be as smart as Stephen Hawkings. No, they don't. Theory of Everything. Alright, so Theory of Everything is the biopic movie of the story of Stephen Hawkings. Pretty much, the Theory of Everything is the life story of Stephen Hawkings. Hawkins is a really smart guy. He is incredibly smart. Him could probably have a spelling test, and he'd be faster than I am with him doing the machine thing because of his disease. Just how smart he would be. He's a scientist who has a theory for everything. He's trying to prove universe, pretty much, how it expanded and everything. Very complicated stuff I don't really want to talk about because it's way too big for my head. This movie really has an emotional story to it because he gets Lou Gehrig's disease. Lou Gehrig's disease, I don't know what its actual name is. Lou Gehrig was a baseball player who played for the New York Yankees. He probably would have been one of the best baseball players of all time, caught up to Babe Ruth's home run records. He got the disease and died a year later. Now, the movie, you find Stephen Hawking gets the disease, and they say you have 2 years to live, and that's that. He lives for pretty much 50 or 70 years. He's still alive today. It's a really great story. It's a story I didn't really know about, and I found it pretty interesting. The performances are out of control. Ray Rayman plays Stephen Hawkins, and he does a phenomenal job as playing Stephen Hawkins. He's incredibly smart, and you can tell he committed to the role. 30 minutes, maybe 30 or 40 minutes into the movie, he can't talk right anymore. He can't stand up right because he's becoming Stephen Hawkings. The movie isn't just about, well, in his young youth, which that would be easier. It's about his whole life, which is kind of cool. His performances, like doing the eyes and talking, it's incredible, his performance in the movie. I don't know if he'll get nominated for an Oscar. He got nominated for a Golden Globe Award because the nominees for Oscar are so competitive going to be next year. But he deserves to be nominated, that's for sure. I'll tell you, the person who impressed me way more than him was Felicity Jones. She was great in this movie. She plays the first wife of Stephen Hawkings. She finds out about this, and she's like, you better get up or I'm never coming back. She was probably the best part of this whole movie. The movie is about Stephen Hawkins, but it's also interesting to see this relationship between both Hawkins and the wife. Because diseases like this don't just affect the person who gets the disease, it affects the whole family and the people who care about you. Performance is what makes this movie good, because it's really a generic story of a guy who has disease, he must overcome odds. We've seen that 100 times before. But the performances make the movie, and that's what's cool about a movie like this. You don't have to know about physics, like Interstellar or something like that, to understand this movie. The stuff is in there, and they explain it kind of well, I guess. If you're like me, who doesn't really like science, and you just want to check out this movie, it's going to be worthwhile. Theory of Everything is a good movie. It has a great cast. Eddie Raymond and Felicity Jones have an Oscar-worthy performance. It's an emotional movie. It tells a great stuff about Stephen Hawkins. You may not know, because people think of Stephen Hawkins, they just think of the chair, and say, "Man, Stephen Hawkins." All they think about is that. It gives Stephen Hawkins a little more of a layer to it, to people who don't really know much about Stephen Hawkins. I want to say, The Theory of Everything is worth owning on Blu-ray. Have you seen The Theory of Everything? And what were your thoughts? Comment below, let me know. Tell me everything about it. If you haven't done so already, click that subscribe button. Click the like button to see more. Go to my Facebook page, dartheasy.com on Facebook, to keep up with the latest Darth Easy video. Too easy.